Hi, and welcome. No, I do not. What the heck?
Hi, welcome back to Callings from Christ.
No. It's harmonized, see?
Yeah,
Better
let's go.
band than Mike, sorry.
Aha! We're going to be great.
Welcome back to Callings from Christ. Thank you for being here. And if you're new, please like and subscribe. I had to say that because
Yes.
Jake is here and he was going to beat
Yes.
me to it if I didn't.
I usually beat her to it, but she got it
And I'm always like,
up.
shoot.
every time.
But yeah, Jake's back. Cousin Jake is
I'm
here.
back.
And we're going to talk about, I don't know, the easiest way to get rich, the meaning of success.
Yeah, the meaning of success.
Yeah, what makes you successful?
What
So,
makes you wealthy?
thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this.
Let's go.
All right, so you're probably thinking, what kind of episode is this where we're talking about getting rich? But actually, we're talking about spiritual success, not financial. So
Nope.
that's what we're talking about today. We have some Bible verses to share, some of our probably personal opinions on some things, and what a mega church is.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
of those big ones.
Yep. So, all right. This is kind of funny, actually, how this came up, because we were in conversation about, like, what do we talk about next? And he goes, what about this topic of,
Spiritual wealth.
And I was like, you know what? I had just recently wrote this down in my notes, so it just felt like
It's kind of crazy how that
we
works
should
out.
do it. And, yeah, so kind of cool that came together.
Yeah.
We have a whole bunch of notes back here behind
do.
you, so...
If you see us looking, it's because we wrote a bunch of stuff
Yeah.
down so we wouldn't forget.
And if I'm squinting a lot, it's because I'm blind and I need to.
The same.
So we're just making faces. At the
Yeah,
camera
we're going to just be making
the whole
faces
time.
at you sometimes. Whatever. That's okay.
Yeah. So my question for you, because I know how I would define success. This is often something I think about since I've never been like financially
Like,
gifted
right,
with,
right, yeah.
or born into wealth, or all those kinds of things.
Yep.
Definitely something we had to always work towards.
Oh, yeah, same for us. It was never handed up, down to us, I should say, ever.
Yeah.
It was always just work for
No
what you
silver
get.
platters. Yeah.
Nope.
So how would you define success then?
How would I define success? I guess I would say success is being in a state of happiness and being able to wake up and honor a loving God and being able to, I guess, just afford a life with my family. Some people like they're thinking success is like getting to this point. I'll be successful when I get here, or I'll be successful when I get here.
Yeah.
And I stopped thinking like that a while ago because true like success, it's not hitting a certain point. It's not a physical thing. I think true success is mental. And I think that, if you want to succeed in something enough and you put your mind to it, you can definitely succeed at that thing. But you got to keep God involved, and you have to keep Jesus in your heart. It's just for me, success is it depends on who you talk to. I feel like everyone's got their own version of success.
Yeah, they do.
But I generally think that it's, for me, more of a mental state. Success to me is if I can be happy mentally, if I can have love in my heart, I feel pretty successful.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I shared this with you. I was kind of thinking of it in a sense of, we tend to compare ourselves to others, and, they have more things and more, fancy cars or a nice house. They're, all these vacations, all these things that they can go and do and purchase all this stuff. But I always think to myself, but do they have God?
Right.
And then I'm like, it sounds a little rude to say like pity them, but I'm almost like, if they do, then great. I'm glad you
Yeah.
can have both, and that's awesome. And I do believe there's people out there like that, but
Oh yeah.
but I know sometimes I'm just like, I've been blessed enough to have the Lord put something in my heart, which has grown for me in my relationship with Christ. It has grown me, and to me, I guess that's success. Like my growth in my relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
And, under that falls different things to me, like, family and service, because it does say in the Bible, like, an acts of service is like a huge way to, I'll have to find it. We're going to share it, but I'll have to find it in the Bible. It's a huge way to like show you are, successful and prosper and all those things.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of how I think of it, because
a good way of thinking.
Because if you think about what happened or what matters most in life, well, ultimately it's just your relationship with Jesus and making it to heaven with Him. Mm-hmm. So then, yeah, if I can be successful in growing that, then I'm good.
Making it to heaven is success. That's being successful.
Yeah, the ultimate success.
That's the ultimate success. Yeah, mm-hmm. and you see it all the time. I mean, some people have a lot of money, but where's the relationship stand with Christ? And like you can have a whole apple orchard of beautiful trees, but do they have apples on them? Mm-hmm. What is it if it doesn't have apples on it, right?
Yeah.
Are you
going
to be able to
bearing fruit? Then what's the
point?
Yeah.
You can make all the money in the world and have this and that, but that doesn't mean that you're fulfilled spiritually. And that doesn't mean that you have a good relationship with Jesus either. That's the funny thing about Satan is, people that are actively just not caring about God and are passive about God and they don't care. Satan loves those people. He does. He's like, oh no, I like this guy. He's good. Hey, let him keep going. He's not worried about God at all. Keep making money, bud.
Yeah,
that's what you're worried about. He
doesn't have to put his attention on him either.
Right.
He tries people like you and I who are trying to grow in our faith.
That's who gets hit the hardest.
And then he tries to attack them to keep them from that growth.
Oh, and it's been happening.
With our flaws, with our, our sins that we tend to go to,
Oh, yeah. Your
it's
mental
a constant
state.
struggle, yeah.
Your mental state, just like, keeping things in order, like, when it comes to your faith and stuff, like, that matters a lot. Like, being rich would be great, but I couldn't have $1 million and not a relationship with Jesus. Like if I had to pick,
right.
I know what I'm
You're
picking.
Like, listen, I've been poor before. I get it.
Oh,
I can do that.
Yeah, I can I can sleep in a box.
I could probably even do worse than what I was given before. So.
Oh, for sure. I don't care.
It's kind of like what is it, Job? Mm-hmm. He's just kind of you lose everything.
Absolutely everything.
If it is
like
not
everything.
Job, I'm just quitting. I'm quitting this podcast.
I'm just done.
I'm just not sure if I'm remembering that correctly.
Well,
Ooh,
no.
I'm gonna have to pause this and just go check because I don't want to give the wrong individual.
I think you're right.
But yeah, he does. He loses everything.
Literally everything.
And
land, family, money, everything is gone.
Right.
All he had was the clothes that he had on his back.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be hard to stay, like, happy, although happiness is just a fleeting thing that comes and goes. But would you still be joyful in your relationship with Christ? That's a test, man. Oof.
That's a big test.
Yeah.
That's a real big test. And you see it. Some of the stuff, like, this guy was broke. He does something that gets him famous or whatever, makes a bunch of money. And then, like, maybe he starts putting out some content. And it's like, that's some questionable content right there. Like, that's some devil stuff. Like, I'm not into that.
Yeah, you see that a lot in Hollywood. Well, people that get famous really quickly, which is interesting. Getting famous really quickly. We read a Bible verse about getting rich quickly.
Yeah. I got that.
Yeah.
I've got it. I had to obviously make notes and mark the spots in my Bible, but it was actually in Proverbs 13:11 chapter verse 11. Wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathered by labor shall increase. And we thought it was kind of funny because I'm reading out of the King James. She has one that's slightly different. I mean, same concept, but slightly worded differently, which we thought was kind of cool to bring up and compare.
Yeah. So mine says, wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. So interesting.
I think that's actually a really powerful, like, I mean, it's like such a small little part, but it's a very powerful statement.
Yeah. There's so many one-liners.
Yeah, some of the king of one-liners.
Yeah. But I just find the difference in hastily and yours said, again,
Vanity, gotten by vanity, shall be diminished.
yeah.
Now, and that's crazy, you know. It's like investing into, it's like put my money into a 401k, let it grow over time, or put all my money into like Bitcoin and hope that it gets me a bunch of money fast.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, but that seems to be our society now, is we want everything instantly. So
Yeah, you want it now.
but
Everybody
but
does.
that can create, but it's saying like that can create madness within your heart, your mind, like how you use that gain.
Yeah.
I think if you have to wait for something, you know, like they say great things are worth waiting for.
Yeah.
If you have to wait for it, you appreciate it more.
Absolutely.
There's something about the struggle to get there that creates this like, oh, this is precious to me. Not that money's like precious, but you know what I mean? Like I waited, I put the effort in, and I want to be smart with us.
Right. Well, and it's sacrifice, you know. I mean, you make sacrifice, like a lot of small business owners, you know, they make a lot of sacrifices in the beginning stages of their business because it takes time to build a business like that. But I mean, over time, it can happen for them. It's just something that, like, you know, it takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot of strength and a lot of like willingness to struggle. Like you have to be willing to struggle.
Yeah.
You know, and that like reminds me of just being a Christian as a whole. I feel like, you know, being a Christian isn't always easy.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not.
It's hard.
And you know, us down here on earth, like we suffer a lot. People suffer a lot, and you see it all over the world. And it's like, you know, but suffering can lead to salvation. And I think that like things I've went through in my life personally, I've went through some rough things in my life, and that suffering has ultimately led me to somewhere where I'm happy to be. So it's like sacrifice.
All right, there's a couple other Bible verses I wanted to bring up and read. Do you want?
Got a Proverbs 23, verses 4 through 5, and Timothy as well, 6:17. It's like warning about overworking and putting hope into riches instead of putting your hope into God. When you put your hope into riches, it's not a 100% guaranteed thing. When you put your hope into God and into Jesus, that is ultimately, it's almost like, you know, fixing a game. Like you know, if you put all your eggs in that basket, then you're going to reach the ultimate goal, you know? And so it's like, it's kind of funny to think of it that way. But like, yeah, I mean, that kind of speaks to me a lot too, because like, you know, the world we live in now, it's like everyone, maybe not everyone, I can't say that, but a lot of people, they feel like they got to work themselves to death just to get that extra money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to work 60 hours a week to get that extra money.
Yeah.
So you can buy the fancy this or fancy that, or, I mean, name brand cereal, I guess. Everything's expensive nowadays. Then obviously Matthew 6:24, you cannot serve God and money. So you can't pick, like it's one or the other, right? I mean, if you're living for money strictly and you're not living for God, I mean, it's God's money. Then what are you living for, really?
Right. You can't serve two masters.
And you can't take that money with you when you're gone. That's the whole
Right.
other thing a lot of people miss, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, at the end, when you're laying on that bed and it's almost your time to meet your maker, your final judgment, right? And you have all this awesome, fancy stuff that isn't coming with you.
Right. It's sad. I feel like your time is better invested in your children, your offspring, and helping them to learn about Christ so that they can get into the kingdom of heaven
Your
as well.
spouse. I mean, you got to.
Yeah, hopefully they're already there with you.
Well, right. Hopefully.
But yeah,
But, man,
yeah.
they're-
If not, that's true.
And you know, but everybody differs, I guess. Like I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to learn as much as I possibly can. So I'm reading about the stuff a lot. Like when I see certain things, and like even like if it's a, you know, you see different evangelists pretty much getting attacked, not attacked, but like verbally on
Yeah.
the street.
Sometimes physically. Yeah.
Sometimes it is physical. Sometimes
It's a
it
little
is.
crazy.
Some people get very offended by the word of God. It's kind of nuts to see. I saw one the other day, and the gentleman was just walking, and he was just saying, you know, I'm here to spread God's love, and everybody starts pushing him. He's like, don't touch me, don't put your hands on me. Like, that's not cool. Like, that's illegal.
Yeah.
And all these people are pushing on him. He's like, what are you trying to get me to do? And they're like, we're just trying to get you to leave. And he's like, I'm just here to talk about God. But it was a group, I don't even know where he was at exactly, but I mean, it wasn't a godly bunch.
Right.
And it's clear, I guess, like when people are acting like that, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. When you have that much like hatred in your heart just for someone talking about it, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's really sad to watch it. And it also makes you wonder, like, why are they so angry? Are these people possessed? Like, what is happening
that's
to where
how
it angers them so much? And also, it's like, you know, even if you don't believe, it's like Jesus was a good person. He did good things for people,
Yeah.
and you know, that's like, you know, a non-believer's perspective
Right,
should think that way.
Yes, even for a non-believer,
yeah.
you can't look at all the like history of Jesus and be like, I don't like that guy.
Yeah,
He never
that'd be
did.
so crazy.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's history outside of the Bible that proves that Jesus was a person that was born. I mean, I say person like he was me, you know, or you, but he's God. But like he was born. It's documented, and even those that like don't believe will say like, well, he was a great teacher and he did perform miracles, like stuff like that. And it's like, well, you're not a believer. I don't know how you couldn't be a believer after knowing these things, but
Yeah.
you know, I guess it's in the heart. Even
Yeah.
Jesus said it himself, like, I'm not gonna do all these miracles and things like that. Like, you can't stand with me during the happy times when I'm, you know, turning water into wine, or I'm bringing Lazarus back. Like, you can't be with me then and then turn your back on me after I've suffered. You know, it's
That's why it always blows my mind. I mean, we're only humans, so we don't know what we're going to do in certain situations. But it does blow my mind to know that even after everything the disciples witnessed, that they still were like, I don't know him.
yeah,
That's or took so long to start preaching the gospel, you know.
right.
And that just I just don't understand. I guess, like, why does it take so much? Like, you already witnessed so much. Like, how are you still?
Yeah, how can you still be on the fence? And like the thing I always thought, and obviously mindsets back then were probably a little bit different than our modern way of thinking.
Yeah.
But like, what do you like if you put all your eggs into the Jesus basket? Okay, the promise is the kingdom of heaven forever, the rest of eternity. If you don't put all your eggs into the Jesus basket, and Jesus is real and heaven is real, then where are you going?
Yeah.
Right? You have everything to lose. You have nothing to lose giving it to Jesus. You have nothing to lose giving it to Jesus. You have everything to lose if you don't.
Yeah.
And that's why I still don't understand the mindset of someone who doesn't believe or anyone.
Yeah.
You know, it's just crazy to me.
It is, I know.
What
I
do you
think
got
the
to
same
lose?
way. I'm like, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Like,
Right.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't. And then I think even thinking, into that mindset, it might put you into like, okay, I'm gonna put, as you say, all my eggs in one basket
Mm-hmm.
of Jesus. Okay, so that should take you on this journey of like, well, let me learn then. What is this?
What is
and then
this?
hopefully in that journey of learning about what you're putting all your eggs in is like, all right, okay.
Like,
Oh,
wow, this
yeah.
actually adds up.
I get it now. Like eventually maybe, you know,
You understand.
you have an epiphany of sorts and then,
And it clicks. I
Yep.
mean, and yeah. And that's right there. Like someone, you can, and it doesn't even matter how old you are. You could be 40, 50, 60 years old and then finally like something clicks and you found Jesus and you've welcomed him into your heart, and you've turned to like it. You don't have to be a certain age, and Jesus doesn't discriminate against who and how old,
Yeah.
when.
yeah.
Obviously, I mean, the thief on the cross, he wasn't out there going to church service. He wasn't out there giving to the poor. You know what I mean? I mean, he was a thief. But, in the end, he believed Jesus Christ was the Savior and he went to heaven with him.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the other thing, too. Like, you can't use that as a get out of jail free card. It's not
Right.
like that.
Right.
It's
Well,
gotta
he
be
knew
in
his
your
heart, too.
Exactly. All in the heart, right?
Yep.
And that is being wealthy. When you have Jesus in your heart,
Right,
that is
exactly.
being wealthy.
So I have from Matthew 23:12. So it doesn't exactly use those words,
Mm-hmm.
but it says, the greatest among you. So I took that as kind of being like the most successful person. You're the greatest, right?
Yeah.
The greatest among you shall be your servant. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. So it's kind of goes with like humility and service.
Mm-hmm.
Like those who show humility and service will be successful.
Right. Right.
And that's kind of like, it's kind of reminds me of the whole like works without faith is
Yeah.
dead, or the whole
Yeah.
the whole thing is like, it's so confusing. And I get why people who aren't Christian or are not reading the Bible like get confused by it. It's
For
going to
sure.
be very confusing. But it's kind of like, well, do I do the works? So do I do service or
Am I-
do I not?
am
Is
I
it not worth
supposed to?
it?
Am I-
Like, what am I doing here?
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Which is it? Do it or don't do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
But then it does come back down to the heart. Like once you become a believer and you try to be more like Christ, you want to do those things.
Yes.
That's the difference there. But
Oh, yeah.
and then since I'm in Matthew, I wanted to go to Matthew 25:21. I thought I circled this, but maybe that was a different one I was looking at. Because you said one that I also had written down.
That's fine.
Because ultimately, the goal of every Christian, I think, is to hear the words, "Well done, my good and faithful servant,"
Yeah.
which
Oh, yeah.
is Matthew 25,
That is-
21.
That is what you want to hear. Yes.
Yeah. So those all kind of tie in together.
It does. It all ties in together really well. I think that the whole works thing, I kind of want to touch back on that because that does get a little bit confusing. But like you said, it all boils down to the heart. But like, yeah, people that aren't like regularly going to church or like, reading up on the Bible or studying their faith, they might not, like, they don't get it. They might not understand, like, well, which is it? Like, I'm doing this, doing that, and you can go to church and like, you can do all the good things. But if you don't have Jesus in your heart, if you don't truly accept him and believe, then, I mean, yeah, that's works without faith. That's not, I mean, it's not true.
Right. It'd be like if you were, well, I got to go do this, sign up for this service project, yada, yada. And you're like all mad and upset about it and you hate every second.
Right,
Like that's
right.
it's not reflecting well
No,
on
no.
your heart or your relationship with Jesus. But, to be fair, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like even if you do know the Bible and you understand where the meaning behind this comes from, there's still plenty of other things in the Bible where we're like, yeah, I don't get this.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh.
I need to study this more. I need to go to someone who is more skilled and
like
can
studying
kind of,
the Bible, really.
yeah, and kind of guide me on that one. There's plenty of stuff. Just so you're not like discouraging anyone because
No,
it's a lot. It's a lot to understand, and some
It is.
people interpret things different. And look, we already noticed based off your interpretation of the Bible and mine that, of course, people can look at things differently.
Oh, yeah.
And not understand them the same. So that's why it's a good idea, I think, to get multiple versions of the Bible. So you can get a collective idea from different ones, what the meaning is of something.
Yeah, like how it's worded, like the way that
yeah.
it gets worded, and like maybe like it's easier to understand
Right.
like a different, maybe a different way it was worded. And
Yeah.
like Jesus, he spoke in parables a lot.
Right.
And that was something that he did on purpose. And if I remember correctly, he said that, 'cause I think he was speaking to the disciples, or he was speaking to the disciples, and he explained to them why he spoke in parables. And he was talking about like the true heavenly word is for your ears. Essentially, like it was almost like he would speak in parables because he was weaning out the people who truly wanted to understand and know and read into it, away from the people who are doing it like just as a thing to do, or a place to be, like going to church and then just kind of zoning out and being in your own head the whole service, not really paying attention, not really praying and actually getting involved spiritually. It's almost like I don't know, I don't want to say a test, sort of was though, when it comes to how he spoke in parables a lot, but like I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have one more little topic. I'm not sure how we're doing on time, but we can kind of hit on going with this whole success and getting rich quick fix, which of course in our terms is like growing in your spirituality
Yes,
with Christ.
that's how you're going to get rich.
In your faith. But mega churches, that's where we wanted to come back to.
It's it's a good one to touch on because it fits right on in here.
Yeah.
I think mega churches are kind of a ruse, almost like and it's sad because people go there in good faith and they donate money, and then it's a huge church that costs a lot of money to even keep open in general, and they donate all this money, and then you have these pastors of these mega churches that will then take this money and use it for, let's just say, a private jet. There's one specific person I know who has a private jet, who is the pastor of a mega church. And I think that is so evil to bring people in on good faith. And I've never heard like one of the sermons from some of these guys, but like, when you're flying around on wires and you got like pyrotechnics going off in church and you're screaming, it's like, okay, hopefully the people that are going there, they're getting the spiritual food they need, that they're actually getting what they need in their heart. I pray that for those people, but like the pastors, I guess you would say, that are taking the money and using it for like, a Rolls Royce and a mansion, I think that is so evil. I just think it's so wrong. I really do.
Yeah, and I don't know how you could be a member of that church and not think, okay, I know Jane over here is struggling with something, okay? Meanwhile, my pastor has all this money and he's doing all these things. They have multiple homes and they're like $1 million homes.
Oh, yeah.
We've all heard those stories. There was one recently, well, maybe not that recent, but it broke about a gentleman in North Carolina where that situation was happening. And it's kind of like, where is your heart at this point?
Right.
They are letting the love of money rule them. That's their master.
Oh, yeah.
Not Christ. So
Greed, right. That's they love the money. That's the problem. They love
why
money.
wouldn't you? I mean, if you have that much money to be able to do those things, why wouldn't you give that to people that need it?
Absolutely. Right. You're
Jane's house caught on fire. Okay, that's why she's struggling, and but yet she's coming here giving you 20, 30, 40 bucks,
right.
And then that's what you're doing with her money
You're
is you're paying for all these fancy things that you have. yeah, that's really sad to me. But did you hear about, to go, sorry, not to go too off course with this, but there was one pastor who, um, what did he like shut everybody in
Oh
the
yeah, you were telling
congregation,
me
and
about
like
this.
it was like
You were
everybody
telling
can
me
give
about this.
$20. You can't leave until you give $20.
Yes, that's insane.
Isn't it? I'm
That's
laughing because it's so
oh, it's so
ridiculous.
crazy to
But
even think that's a thing. But yeah, like to get
how
locked in.
offended would you be? I mean, some people don't think too much of it. Like they're just really gullible or something. I'm not sure like what the
Maybe,
thought process is,
maybe.
but if anyone's making me pay them money before they let me leave somewhere, that sounds a little bit like I'm a hostage.
Oh, for sure, that's a hostage situation. Absolutely.
And I feel like he did come out and say like, no, they're free to leave if they wanted to. Like, I
Oh
don't know.
no, you guys got it wrong.
But you say that out loud to them, they're gonna be like, what?
What? Oh, for sure.
Are you staying here? Like, are you giving 20?
How much
Like,
are
just
you
talking
giving?
to
How
your
much are you
neighbors?
giving? Well, I saw one, and I don't think it was the same. It might have been the same. Well, either way, there was a situation where a pastor was like, he was like badgering to get more money. He was essentially like, "Oh, I know you make more money than that. You can give more than that." It's like you don't know my financials. Like you might think you know it, but you don't really know it. Like
Yeah,
that's crazy. I wish I remembered where that
yeah,
was. But
yeah.
like there was a pastor that was like notorious for like badgering the attendees
Wow.
for like to give more. Like
Gosh, I
and
wouldn't.
it's then that'd be if I would be offended. It's like, look, I'm already given what I can give, and it's like I'm not like how much are you give? Like get out of here. How much are
Yeah,
you giving?
yeah,
I mean, for crying out loud, especially
yeah,
if it's one of them big churches. It's
yeah.
like, dude, you literally pulled up in a brand new Cadillac with like chrome rims, and you're telling me that $20 isn't enough? Like,
Yeah,
come on, man. Like, what? You need gas money? What's
yeah,
going on
yeah,
here? I
yeah.
mean,
Really, really.
it's
The
crazy.
wives are all wearing like all this
Yeah,
fancy,
like
expensive
Gucci,
Yeah.
Prada, like earrings and necklaces, and it's
And then,
like,
but yet they're still so big, and people still go to them. I
yeah,
don't
tons of people,
understand.
tons of people.
Blowing my
How
mind, Jake. Okay, it's freaking me out.
it freaks
But
me out too, because how do you not go there? How do you not go there and like you just open your eyes and see that? How do you not see that? And I'm sorry, but like if you're a pastor and you're flipping around on the wire, like I already said earlier, you're like doing the wires and you're doing all this crazy stuff. It's like
yeah,
you're making it
showy.
about you. You're
Oh
making the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
service about you.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
not God.
If we're not glorifying God in it, then this is the wrong church
Yeah,
for me.
that's not church. I'm sorry. Like I'm not here to worship you, buddy. You're not my idol.
Right.
I'm not here
Yeah.
to watch you do backflips
Yeah. And
and pretend like it's about Jesus. Like, I'm sorry. But like when people go, I just don't understand. Like in my brain or heart or any part of my body. Like I don't understand like
yeah.
how you could go there and be like, no,
Right.
yeah, God's definitely here. I can
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
it.
Yeah. And I don't want like, any church that I'm at, I don't want the pastor to struggle financially. I
Of
don't
course
want them,
not.
I do think they deserve to go on vacations like the rest of us
Everybody
or have a
deserves
car
that.
that runs well,
Right. Everybody
gets
deserves
them to
that.
A and B
Of
and
course.
and get the same sort of experiences that everyone gets to
Yeah. You should be able to
experience,
live
but they
life.
don't need to be doing
Yeah.
all this
Well,
extra stuff and
you
having all
don't
these
need
$1 million items and
right.
whatnot. But that's definitely not living, these pastors, they might be financially successful because
Right.
they're kind of cheating the system here, let's be
Oh,
honest.
big time.
But
Big time.
they're not spiritually successful.
Mm-mm.
And that's so sad to see. The churches and that kind of situation, people take advantage of it because there's definitely gonna be people who are like, oh, I can become a pastor. I can learn all this stuff.
I can learn all this stuff. I'll open my own church and I'll make a bunch of money. You're essentially leading people to you're guiding them down the wrong path.
Yeah, you're becoming your own
Oh, it's
God.
yeah. You're right.
They are.
You're the
You're
God in
wanting-
this situation.
yeah,
You
that's
want
what you
that.
want.
That's like the Copeland guy. That Kenneth Copeland, is that his name? The one mega church guy. He scares me actually.
scares
He
me.
scares me.
Yeah.
But that guy, he had bought like I don't know how many acres, but a huge plot of land. had the whatever $1 million mansion built on that land, and he was going to take money and essentially open a free retirement home for people that were attending that church. When they're ready to go into a retirement home, he was going to house them, and that never got built.
Yeah, I remember this. Mm-hmm.
That never got built. And there was, I think there was other promises too. He was supposed to build a couple other buildings. It never happened.
That's such a great idea too, though.
It's an awesome idea.
Yeah,
That
and
would
then
be
they
the
could be
right
close
thing to
to
do.
their church too. Is that what the?
Yeah,
that
that was the
okay.
that was the it was like, okay, you can be at home, and then he was gonna like stream the church services to all the like living like the apartments.
Yeah.
That way they could like stay in their home and experience church.
Yeah.
Those are all awesome ideas. But like again, Satan can be deceiving. It can look beautiful,
He knows the
right?
scripture just as well as
Oh yeah, he knows
anyone
it.
else.
And so it's like, what way are you leaning here? I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't do anything like that. But that's like what you would want out of it. Like if it was a big church like that and they had that kind of money, then yeah, that's how it should be reinvested into the community, into the church, not into your
Right.
home, not into a new car or
Yeah.
Tyler Perry's jet you bought off
Yeah.
of him, Like that's insane.
It is insane. Well, I don't know. I hope that we can just kind of, well, we've already agreed, but I hope you guys can agree that what's more important here. And hopefully you got something out of this, and hopefully, it speaks to you in a way. I feel like we all kind of need reminders just to make sure we're not letting money, we might need it for this or that, and car broke down, this, and I get it. And it can be a little, scary, wondering how am I going to pay for this?
Oh,
But
definitely.
don't think, I have to remind myself this all the time. Don't think just about the money. How am I going to get the money? Money, money, money. I think it should be God, God, God. He's
Yes.
going to provide. He will provide.
Right.
And
Right.
having faith. You
Yeah.
just have to completely have faith. So
Yeah, you gotta pray, and you have to have faith. And if you already believe in your heart that you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay.
yeah.
Jesus said you can pray if you want to move a mountain. Like if you pray in your heart and you truly believe that you're going to be able to move this mountain, and you have faith in God that you can move a mountain, you can move mountains. I mean, it's all about faith. That's how you get wealthy.
There you go. All right. We can close it out. Are you ready?
Yeah, we can close it out.
All right. Like and subscribe. I'm going to just say that 7 more times.
Second time? One more
Yep.
time. Like and subscribe. Are we good?
At the end, like and subscribe.
After a prayer, hit another like and subscribe.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's go. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you again for bringing us together. Thank you for putting this on our hearts to speak about, success in a way that is not about financial gain, but more about our relationship with you and our gains that we get from having a relationship with you. Lord, I hope that this reaches anyone that is watching so that they can have those reminders and maybe watch out for those things that are not as they should be. They don't come off the right way. Trust our gut instincts and know that that is you speaking to us, Lord. I pray and hope that everyone watching is healthy and safe. I pray over you. I pray over Jake and I here. And thank you so much again for bringing us together and everything that you've done for us and that you will continue to do.
Dear Lord, I am so thankful for everything, and I give praise to you, and I glorify you, Lord. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak to one another, and again, giving us the platform to speak on things that come into our heart. And I am so thankful to be able to spread it and have the freedom to do so, Lord. I just pray for safety. I pray for love for everybody, and I pray for those watching that they know what's right in their heart and that they can find you, that they can let you in, Lord. Thank you for everything. In your name, we will always pray.
Amen.
Amen. You basically
Sometimes-
said everything I was gonna have to say. I mean, you said it all.
I
I was
stole it.
almost gonna say. I was
were
almost just gonna-
like-minded
I
this
was-
episode.
I was almost gonna say you said everything. I would have. You nailed it.
All right, amen.
Amen.
What she said. Ditto.
What she said. Amen. Do.
All right.
We got.
Oh wait, gotta do it the right way. I almost did it the wrong way.
Yeah, then don't grab it like a
You'd have to
weirdo.
throw me out of my own podcast. All right. Bye, guys.
Thanks for coming. Like and subscribe.
Thank you. Like and subscribe.
Darn it.
I have to hurry up and stop it before you say it.